How's it going, Omnibuddies? Mitch here, and today we are looking at Jim Bishop's latest deluxe edition published by Magnetic Press, Lost Letters. All right, how's it going, everyone? I hope that you are doing well. Yes, today we are back with another overview. What are we looking at? Well, you already saw the intro, but we are looking at one of Jim Bishop's latest books. We are looking at Lost Letters. Now, this actually came in a Kickstarter edition. Here, I'll put it in here real quick. So it came in a double slipcase edition. So it came with My Dear Perrault and Lost Letters in this really cool acrylic slipcase that is actually clear and super cool. So yeah, very cool. I've never seen an acrylic slipcase. Super strong too, totally held up in shipping and all that, but it did come with My Dear Perrault, so we'll do an overview on that sometime soon. But this was my favorite book out of the two, and I really enjoyed it. If you love any of those classics by like Hayao Miyazaki or anything like that, this is very much in that vein, and it was really a quick read. Both of them were, but wow, I absolutely loved this. Very cool to see Magnetic jumping more into a little bit of that manga anime-esqueness. I know that there's been some of that lately, like we did Tezukami and all of that. I say we because I do some side work for Magnetic Press, but I wouldn't be covering it on my channel personally if I didn't really love the books. So I wouldn't be talking about it here. And I really did love this. This is a Western style book, so you do read from, left to right. It's trying to do it on screen inverted. Yeah, so you do read in a Western way. It's not like full-on manga where you're reading right to left or anything like that. But wow, loved this book. You know what? Let's stop talking about it here. Let's lay it down on the table and talk about it there. All right, so here is the hardcover edition of Lost Letters by Jim Bishop. That's the the cover. You can see it's got that nice little gloss on the edge there. The kid and the bird and the actual letters down there by the water. There's the nice spine, which also has the gloss treatment on basically everything except for the background. And then, yeah, got the nice gloss on the background or on the image up there and the letters. So this does retail for $29.99 USD. So I did pick this one up from the Kickstarter edition. So I got both books and the slipcase and a bunch of other stuff that came with it. But you can pick this book up just from your LCS, and I think whatever's left over after the Kickstarter is fulfilled will probably go up onto Magnetic's website store there. So, all right, let's dig into it. We got that hot pink end sheets, and then yeah, we jump right into it. So these are matte pages. They are not gloss in the least. There is zero gloss on there, but they are nice and thick. I'll do a little once I get to the images and stuff, I'll give you a little light test. You can't really see through it until I start lifting up the paper, then you can kind of see through. So yeah, you can see through a little bit, not much. If you're just reading in normal light, you are not going to notice any transparency on these pages at all. But man, we will kind of start talking about it from a story perspective here real quick. So this is basically the story of Iode. It's short for iodine, which is a very strange name, but is definitely in the strangeness of this world, in the vein of the strangeness of this world. So basically starts off with this boy young boy who is basically waiting for letters, and he is lives in this world that lives alongside fish people. So here is his mail carrier is this nice little, I think it's a koi fish. Kind of looks like I just watched Finding Nemo with my kids, but kind of looks like a clownfish, only it's giant, so I assume it's a koi fish. Anyways, or a type of giant goldfish. I don't know fish species. I don't know why I'm talking about it so much. Anyways, that is his mail carrier, and you're quickly, tossed in this world of like, oh, so the birds can talk, the fish can talk, all of that. And this boy is waiting for a letter from his, from someone. So we're not going to spoil any of that, but he's waiting for a letter. It's very important. And then, there's some crabs that he's chatting with too, there we go. Anyways, so he's waiting, and just kind of hanging out, and it's by himself, and just waiting for this letter, and it's important to him. We don't really know exactly why, but you know what, we're waiting. And I gotta say, oh, these giant landscapes are just gorgeous, and I'm in love with them. I love this art. I love this art style. So he decides to, okay, the letter must be lost. Something's going on. I am going to drive into town. And as he's driving into town, picks up a hitchhiker along the way, and she is pretty eccentric and a little bit guarded and a little bit different. So you find out that she's a courier, and a courier for the Octopus, which is a group of mobsters operating in the shadow of Sun Island. So yeah, she's a hitchhiker, but she's also a courier, and yeah, she's not supposed to be hitchhiking. She's supposed to be getting there on her own accord without any help, because you know what, secretive. Anyways, they get to town, and they go to the post office. They kind of go their separate ways, and yeah, kind of run into the law a little bit, and got like a goldfish in a bowl. That's his head, and he controls, I guess, a robot body. Interesting. Anyways, this whole, you just gotta let it roll. You gotta roll with it. Got a little hammerhead shark guy. Oh, they're so cute. They're adorable. I love this. I love the like little fruit stand with the like smiley face fruit on there. Come on, right there. There it is. Anyways, yeah. So so they're both basically on their own missions, trying to get things done, and they go their own ways, but you know what? They kind of begin to intertwine, and they meet a police officer who's kind of uppity, and he gets uppity with them. Iode gets uppity, and you know what? Everyone just kind of gets into this crazy adventure, and obviously things aren't what they seem, and the goldfish police are just kind of, some of them are resigned. It's getting too old for this, and not interested in searching out these things, and not interested in stirring up too much trouble, just letting things be because things are peaceful enough. So you kind of learn more about the backstory of these two, and basically they go on this big old adventure, and the octopus gang, the octopus, I don't know, but they are fish, but they're called the octopus. I don't know. It's weird. But I love it. And man, look at this art. Just so pretty, so cool. I love not just the line work and the design and the world building that you're getting here, but the color is just phenomenal. Love it. It just works so well, and there's so much water, and Jim Bishop does water so well in this. Just a little bit of lines in there just to give a little bit of motion, and it's really nice. It's beautiful, and this nice gradiated sunset. Oof, really dig it. Anyways, they get into trouble, their paths cross, and you know what? They decide that they are going to get away and go figure out what's going on, and they cause all kinds of trouble, and you meet all kinds of people along the way. And look at this little like airplane kind of shaped like a fish. So awesome. They go on a big airplane adventure, and there's kind of an air battle, and there's crashes, and so fun. I loved it. And then you know what, at the end it is very touching with what happens with both characters, and the letters, and who they turn out to be, and what's turning out to be going on. And it's so touching, so heartfelt. It's such a good story. I loved it. I gotta reread it again now, just because flipping through it, I'm just remembering, it's so beautiful. And it is, you can tell, I mean, there's hardly any text on the pages, but it definitely has, so it definitely scoots along, and you can plow through, what is this, just under 200, it's 200 pages on the nose. Probably the most text you're going to get in the entire book right there. So I mean, there's a lot of pages with very little to no actual text, so you can just take in that imagery and the illustration work and the color and kind of the poignant moments that the characters are feeling. So well done. I absolutely love this book. So for 200 pages, you can move through this super fast. I moved through it really fast when I read it digitally before it came out. But reading through it on a physical book, man, I'd be able to, I don't know, I feel like I can read a lot faster on a physical book than I can in actual, than I can when I'm reading digitally, because I'm zooming in and out, trying to take in all the art, and sometimes the text is all over the place. You're trying to search for it. So yeah, I would say you could probably blow through this in an hour or two, probably maybe a couple hours, depending on how fast you read, how much of the time you spend looking at the art. But wow, this story was absolutely phenomenal. I would highly recommend it. If you love Miyazaki films, Jim Bishop is just killing it in these as a love letter to Miyazaki films, in my opinion, at least. So definitely check it out. There you go. All right, so that was a quick overview of Ben Bishop's Lost Letters. Again, such a fun story. It really had a ton of heart. It was like just full of adventure, like you would like looking at watching any of those Miyazaki films where there's just so much heart and adventure in them, and you're just drawn into these just amazing, wonderful worlds, and that are just illustrated so well. It definitely just fits right into that vein. It's Lost Letters, but it reads almost like a love letter to those actual stories. And man, if you love those stories, you are more than likely really going to love this story. And you'll probably really love My Dear Perrault, which I'll do an overview on hopefully sometime soon, but I wanted to knock this one out first. So yeah, man, those illustrations were great. The characters were great. The story was fun. And again, the actual like publishing and the build of the book is just absolutely phenomenal. I love the acrylic double slipcase that came in the Kickstarter edition. If you'd missed the Kickstarter, I believe hopefully whatever's left over after all of the Kickstarters have shipped and all the damages are covered, because there's always, extra you got print for to cover the damages. Hopefully some of those go up on the Magnetic Press store website. But if you don't care about the slipcase and you just want the books, which are awesome, you can jump over, like my LCS has the hardcover and the trade paperback editions of both of these books, and the trade paperbacks also have those rounded corners and are just super good quality. If you've watched any of my videos talking about Magnetic Press, I usually mention the trade paperbacks because while I'm not a big trade paperback collector, those ones are actually really, really nice quality. They lay flat, the paper's great, same content really, it's just a cheaper trade paperback over a hardcover. But both of them are available at like stores all over the place, so definitely hit up your store or ask them to order it if you want, or jump over to Magnetic Press's website. You can use the link in my description to get 20% off your first order. Helps my support my channel so I can get more books to review here on the channel and all of that. But yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, do all of those things. But the most important thing to do, and I say this in every video, is to comment. Let me know what your favorite Miyazaki-esque, it doesn't have to be specifically his, but maybe something that's really in the vein of it, like Lost Letters. Let me know in the comments what your absolute favorite graphic novel, manga, whatever in that vein is. You could also let me know your favorite film too. That'd be fun to hear about. I've seen a bunch of them, not all of them. I need to just do like a Miyazaki marathon or something like that. But anyways, that's it. Take care and stay cool.